The methodology itself is not problem solving. We're not doing a nuclear sub or a nuclear bomb or any of that stuff. We're making places for people. It has to be aspirational. How do people see themselves? We use holistic armature plans. We have a way of looking at the environment through these holistic lenses. We work heavily with precedents. I like to say that we don't copy anything, we steal. And then the classic plan code is about 2 pages long. Urban codes today are 600 pages, form-based codes are 600 pages. What for? I mean, we're architects and planners, we're not bureaucrats. We work together with communities and so on and so forth, and I don't even know why the next slide is the one that's showing up, but it is telling you about, it's gonna tell you about the CPI courses, because we actually teach this stuff. The first year program includes architectural literacy, classic planning basics, and the 100-year plan studio. All the students work by hand because of this manual thing. That's the only way to teach it. You can't learn an order from a lecture. You have to draw it. You have to draw it fully, and then you'll know it. And nobody can ever take it away from you because it's in your brain, the way the brain works. We go through all the orders and the materials and the proportions and the elements and all that good stuff. The second year program is much more technical in ways. We have a lot of history for the precedents, and we teach methods and so on. Watercoloring, I think this week or next week there's a watercoloring class. Is Professor Funes here yet? No, he'll be in later on. And the work it stands for itself. And it's no different from what is being taught at UVU, at Notre Dame, at NTNU. Yeah, I know, but it's not coming. And on the urban side, we go through these analyses. We learned about the Noli map and how to use it as a design tool without going into all of the explanations of these things. Could get boring. But fundamentally, we're looking at taking horrible places and reconfiguring them for people. This is the Business University in Vienna, a particularly horrific assembly of structures. And the football stadium plaza in Amsterdam. People like our stuff. Even children love it. No, this. But anyways, we've been supported by wonderful people, including Millie Main. So, how many more minutes do I have? 2 minutes, okay. Here we go. It all started with the Anacostia River Master Plan, which we took a mile-wide gash in the city. And this is what we did. Here it was. We emptied out all the crap, the freeways, and there's a whole bunch of underused parks. It's a flood zone. We narrowed the river to 500 feet, which is what the width of the Seine is. We simply stole the precedent of the Seine for a French city, Washington, D.C., French plan, and then completed the L'Enfant plan, extended it to the other side of the river, and creating a green plan for a green city, using the engineering understanding of the river walls of the Seine. I'm not going to go into that right now, but the point is, build it right, and it will always have adaptable reuse. Durability, adaptable reuse, and beauty all come together. Build it right. And it could look like this. One of the interesting things is, in terms of the process itself, is that we always start from an aspiration document. We don't ask people, what are your problems? They're always, unhappy families have different problems. Happy families are all the same. It's the opposite with cities. Unhappy cities are all the same. Happy cities are all unique. So we start with the aspirations. We ask people, what do you love? What do you want more of? What do you want you don't have? Those are the 3 questions we ask. And we did this with the City of Jerusalem Planning Department. They said, oh my God, we've never had a process like this. We're working on Jerusalem architecture stuff because they're going to hell in a handbasket from an urbanistic standpoint, but that might also be applicable in Gaza. And we get out of that urban design guidelines. It's easy to translate the aspirations into urban design guidelines in a very clear way. The holistic armature plans, they look like this. They're very blobby and linear, but they identify stuff and we learn from the process. So while we're applying our process, we also learn more about it. At the end of the day, it's a holistic process we got into, and there are always more aspects to discover in it with regard to what we're doing. We overlay all of these, and this is not, we call this a 100-year plan map. It really isn't a plan. It's actually, I don't know what to call it yet, but it shows you what you need to think about, where you need to think about stuff, what you need to think about in every location as you move forward.